Hey, James Prendamano here from Casandra Properties. For the last several years, we've been telling clients and really anyone that would listen that there was a major decentralization of real estate across all major cities, not just New York, sweeping the country. We started to see this really manifest in the last year or so, where you're seeing these major funds pumping billions of dollars into the single-family residence acquisitions. We've been cautioning clients to keep an eye out on local laws that are coming out of these major cities, as they, in our mind, started to become one of the major threats that we had to keep an eye on as the investment field started to change a bit, and there were new metrics we thought that were really important we keep an eye on. Last night, the Albany Common Council passed Local Law 2021F, I believe. We included a link below so you could read it for yourself. It's also known as the Good Cause Eviction Law. There's several components of the bill. I just wanted to touch on a few of them quickly. Essentially, landlords can no longer raise rents more than 5% a year in Albany, and without proper notification, landlords cannot evict tenants that no longer even have leases at the end of their lease term. Additionally, the city is now able to go in and make repairs without the landlord's consent and bill the owners directly. The bill applies to certain housing stock, so landlords that are in owner-occupied buildings, 4 units or less, owner-occupied, 4 units or less are exempt. Another way of saying that is the everyday mom-and-pop landlord that owns a 2-family investment home are now subject to these new rent regulations. For me, it kind of has to beg the question, while a lot of this legislation is really well intended, if the local governments are going to pass laws with these types of caps on rent increases without special circumstances, then they really should be passing legislation that caps the municipal billable items, sewer, water, real estate taxes. If they're not capping the cumulative increase every year at 5%, there's no way for the investor to do anything but to lose money every year on that investment. We're seeing similar legislation that's already proposed in Buffalo and Rochester at the city level, and there is currently legislation being debated at the state level for all of New York State. So we're likely to see the continued decentralization of investments to emerging markets throughout the country that have more favorable landlord protections. If you're interested in learning more about the local markets and forces that may impact your values, please give us a like and a follow below. Thanks. Stay safe.